pulling you away from the safety of the shore. Be still and hear my voice calling you to my safe harbor. You've tried so hard to pilot and protect all those that are in your boat. But now is your time, my time, to release and allow me to use whatever it takes to draw them close to me. Cling to my promises and stay far away from fear and doubt. Because you are weary of doing the possible, rest and allow me to do the impossible. At the end of this card that was sent to me yesterday, it said, this means that even in the hopeless situations, you can be full of hope because you trust in God who loves performing the impossible. I like those little coincidences, don't you? You see the dangers, you hear the violent storms erupting, and you feel your efforts have been in vain. I tell you, they are not in vain. And you will see, and you will be granted the petitions of your heart. Have faith in me as you speak to your mountain, for I will remove your mountain into the sea. You are not stranded without hope. Your persistent prayers have brought heavenly hosts to protect you and hinder and utterly destroy the forces of the enemy. Don't worry about the storm. Shelter and safety are in me. How many of us have promises that we're clinging to, and some have not yet come to pass? The problems and the storms are looming over you, and the situations seem to be getting worse at times. In other words, you've been magnifying the problem instead of the promise. Stop that. It's self-defeating. Make yourself discipline yourself to magnify the promise. Remember the promises of God. Speak forth the promises of God and stop magnifying the problems. Speak to your mountain in faith, as Jesus said, and he will cast it into the seas of forgetfulness. Stop speaking over the things in your life. Stop speaking curses over the things in your life or the people in your life. This morning, David came to me and he said, we got to break every curse we've ever spoken. Hey, that's the preacher. We got to break every curse. Don't live under the curse. Don't speak the curse. Don't be walking in a cursed life. It's not worth it. Forgive, forget, go on. Enjoy. Ooh. You've been exhausting yourself trying to keep everyone in your little boat. The storms are raging, but you still row hard. You keep rowing harder and harder, headed for that peaceful, safe shore, the promised land. I'm telling you to stop rowing. Stop trying to fix it. Stop trying to fix everyone. Simply let go. Get your hands and your worries off and be at peace by allowing God to get them to that safety in him. Acts 27, read it for yourself. When Paul was on the ship and he was on his way to Rome with lots of prisoners, there was 276 souls on board that little ship. They encountered a storm. It was called a nor'easter. The same thing they've been encountering in the east. A typhoon, a hurricane force, and a blizzard. The ship had to be lightened of the load. Some of you need to lighten your load. Some of you need to declutter your life. Throw the stuff overboard and stop protecting it and holding on to it, because it will take you down. So they threw everything overboard, even cutting away the small rescue boats. They just let the ship drift with the current. Sometimes you need to just drift, and all the time you need to just drift in the Holy Ghost. Just let him guide you. Let him direct your steps. Rest in the storm. Drift with his current. Then the ship ran aground. Some of you get stopped. You run aground. Your ship's tearing apart. You see it floating around everywhere. I'm telling you, Paul had an appointment in Rome. He wasn't going to let that stop him. He said, grab a piece of wood and hang on. We're going to go to the shore. Some of you have a promise. You have an appointment. You have an appointment with destiny. You have a promise of destiny in your life. Don't let a little shipwreck take you out. You grab a hold of that piece of wood and you hang on until you hit that shoreline. The vessel may be broken apart. Quit being discouraged. Quit being disappointed. And become reappointed. Go the right way. Speak to your mountain. Speak to the storms. That ship may be broken apart. Come on, guys. God's got a better ship for you. He's got a better ship for you. Cling to his promises. Speak promises. Rest in his promises. Shelter and safety are in him.